Have you ever been in a relationship where everything seemed perfect, and then suddenly your partner says, "I just don't feel it anymore"? It's a devastating experience that can leave you confused and heartbroken. You start asking yourself, what went wrong? Did their feelings just vanish overnight? I'm here to tell you that this idea of feelings just disappearing out of thin air is a complete myth. There's always a reason. And today, we're going to uncover what really happens. First, let's get one thing straight. Attraction isn't a switch that just flips on or off. Think of it more like momentum. When you first get together, everything you do builds positive momentum. The exciting dates, the deep conversations, the way you make each other laugh, it all adds up, creating a strong force of attraction that pulls you closer. This momentum is the lifeblood of your connection. So if attraction is built on momentum, how does it suddenly stop? Well, the truth is, it doesn't. It doesn't just stop, it gets reversed. This brings us to the real reason why feelings fade. Attraction doesn't die in a single, dramatic moment. It dies a slow death, one tiny cut at a time. It's not about one huge fight or a massive mistake. Instead, it's about the small, repeated signals of weakness or neediness that slowly chip away at that positive momentum. Maybe you started constantly seeking their approval, or you became overly dependent on them for your happiness. Perhaps you stopped pursuing your own hobbies and goals. Each one of these seemingly insignificant behaviors sends a subtle message that you're not the strong, independent person they were initially drawn to. Over time, these small actions accumulate, reverse the momentum, and slowly extinguish the flame of attraction until one day it feels like it's just gone. So if you want to keep that spark alive, focus on building and maintaining that positive momentum. Be the strong, confident, and independent person you are. Have you ever felt that spark with someone just fizzle out? You're not alone, and it's often not as mysterious as it seems. Let's talk about the exact moment attraction breaks. Think about it. Everything's going great, and then suddenly certain behaviors creep in. Maybe it's constant texting, needing reassurance all the time, or that green-eyed monster, jealousy, rearing its ugly head. These actions, which often come from a place of insecurity, completely kill the polarity, that magnetic push and pull that makes relationships exciting. You go from being a challenge to being, well, a bit needy, and that's a universal attraction killer. Once that happens, the slow fade almost always begins. It's a pattern so common you could set your watch to it. Her replies get slower, her texts become shorter, maybe one-word answers. She stops initiating conversations or making plans. It feels like she's pulling away because she is. Now here's the critical part: how you react. The natural instinct for many guys is to panic. You start texting more, calling more, asking, "Is everything okay? Did I do something wrong?" You try to force the connection back. But all this does is scream desperation, and it slams the accelerator on her loss of attraction. Instead of pulling her closer, you're actually pushing her away faster, confirming her decision to fade out. It's a tough cycle, but understanding it is the first step to breaking it. Have you ever been blindsided when a woman says, "I'm sorry, I just lost feelings"? It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it can feel like it came out of nowhere. But what if I told you it's not random at all? When a woman says she lost feelings, she's usually giving you an emotional explanation for something that changed logically. Her attraction shifted because of specific changes in your behavior. It's not some mystical thing she can't control, it's a reaction. So what causes this shift? And more importantly, how do you prevent it? Let's break it down. Attraction thrives on a few key ingredients: a sense of mystery, your emotional independence, and a little bit of a challenge. Think about the beginning of your relationship. You were probably more focused on your own life, your goals, your hobbies. You weren't constantly available, and that created intrigue. She didn't know everything about you, and that was exciting. The problem starts when those elements disappear. When mystery is replaced by predictability and your independence turns into dependence, attraction starts to fade. Instead of being a challenge, you become too easy. You start seeking constant reassurance, asking, "Do you still like me?" Or "Are we okay?" This behavior, this need for her validation, signals a loss of your own confidence and emotional strength. It flips the script, and suddenly she feels less like your partner and more like your emotional support system. That pressure is a massive turn-off. It erodes the very foundation of the attraction she felt for you in the first place. The man she was drawn to was the one who had his own world, not the one who made her his entire world. If you want to maintain that spark, you have to maintain yourself. Keep your own life, your own passions, and your own emotional center. Don't let your happiness depend entirely on her. By being your own person, you naturally remain a mystery and a challenge, keeping the attraction alive and strong. Have you ever felt someone's attraction for you just disappear? It feels sudden, random, and completely out of your control. But what if I told you it's not random at all? The real mistake most of us make isn't what we do when the attraction is already gone. It's missing the early warning signs. Attraction doesn't just vanish overnight. It follows a predictable pattern of decline, often starting long before we even notice something is wrong. Think of it like a slow leak. At first, it's just a tiny drip, easy to ignore. But over time, that drip erodes the very foundation of the connection. In this series, we're exploring exactly what those drips are. Attraction fades because of subtle shifts in the emotional dynamics between two people, not because of some mysterious cosmic event. It's about understanding the psychology behind what makes someone pull away. So the next time you feel that dreaded shift, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to respond before it's too late. To uncover the full pattern and learn how to reverse it, make sure you watch the other videos in this series. We're decoding all the myths about attraction and relationships. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button and let's figure this out together. Thanks for watching.